Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my family member, friends, loved ones all over the world, subscribers and followers. Yes, it's that time of the week again. Uh, the power of Lifeways, the miracle patch, like I call it. It's my personal point of view. I just want to tell you a little bit of the power of Lifeways X39 to reactivate your own stem cells in your body, and every couple of days you get brand new, up to 4,000 new genes in your body to fight all the diseases and issues in your body. The testimonial of 2025, week number 1, yes, the first one for the year. It is migraines. Migraines, a lot of people suffer with. As you can see on this slide, we've got 180 worldwide patents on the products. So you can only get it from one of us at Lifeways, one of the brand partners at Lifeways. And it's the only technology of its kind in the world today. So please don't hesitate. Let's help your friends this year. Let's get them living a happy, healthier life, pain-free, and don't let them suffer, guys. Come on, this is the year we're going to do it, guys. Me and you. I would like thousands more testimonials of people all over the world. I want to welcome you to the Lifeway family. We call it the Lifeway family. Please like, subscribe and share on my YouTube channel. I've got a landing page there that will give you 150 different issues, diseases and things going on in the world today. Guys, don't hesitate, go through it. Let's help your family member, friends and loved ones and everybody out there that are suffering and living with pain. You can scan my YouTube channel on this slide and it'll take you direct to my YouTube. Subscribe so that we can reach millions of more people that are in pain and that are suffering. Guys, don't hesitate, let's do it. There's nothing to think about, nothing to hesitate about. If somebody gets diagnosed with any of those diseases, like the big C, where they're aggressive and they spread quite quickly through your body into your other organs, we need to know immediately so we can help your family member, friends and loved ones to get their body to start fighting all the diseases and issues in their bodies. This little patch is a non-invasive patch, so nothing goes into your body. It's a miracle patch. So please don't hesitate. Let's get there. Let's help them live a happy, healthier and younger life. Guys, don't let's do it this year. We're after 1 billion members to join us at Lifeways. So don't hesitate. Let's do it. Let's help these people that are suffering. What happens with this patch? When you turn 30, your stem cells go dormant. 60% of them go dormant, and when you turn 60, 90% of them go dormant. So you haven't got stem cells that are fighting any disease and issues in your body, such as arthritis, diabetes, Parkinson's, autism. No matter what disease you've got in your body, knee pain, back pain, cancers, any cancers, this thing helps for it. Guys, let's do it. I've been away for a couple of 7 days. I took 7 days off, and I'm back to for the first one today. So guys, please drop me the message on the list. There's the list, and if one of your family member, friends, or loved ones are suffering with any one of those diseases on that list, I will just send me a message of which one it is, and I'll send you testimonials from all over the world with people that are on this miracle patch, and you can see what it's been doing for them and what it's still doing for them. Uh, there's a 160-degree turnaround once they using the X39, because that's what reactivates your stem cells. Guys, next slide is of a lady that's suffering with migraines and all that, and she'll tell you her testimonial. She's also on the miracle patch. We all are. The whole family is on here, and she'll tell you what it's done for her. And then the next slide is Sandy Ashfield. She's my presenter for the week, and she'll tell you her testimonials. And she's a marathon runner. She had injuries, and she was put on the patches by one of the brain porters, and you can see for yourself what it's done for her. She'll tell you herself, and she'll give you a full presentation of how to wear the patches, what you can expect. On the same screen as a testimonial is clinical studies and the results thereof. So please check it out, go through it, and Sandy will give you a full presentation of the different patches and what it's done and what it can do and all that type of thing, and tell you more about the patches. And on the last slide, you'll find all my contact details, email address, uh, YouTube channels, BitChute channels, Rumble channel, uh, LinkedIn channel, Instagram, all of them. You'll find all the details at the back. Drop me the message of which disease your loved ones is struggling with, and I'll send you the testimonials. Uh, uh, Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the last slide. Guys, definitely I'll see you next week, next Saturday, when I put the testimonial number 2 for 2025. So thank you for being here. Um, Guys, I'm waiting for your message. Drop me that message. Let's get this ball on the roll, and let's keep it rolling. Help your family member, friends, and loved ones. Thank you, and we'll chat again soon.
Okay, so there we go. Hi, everyone. Yeah, thanks, Chris, for inviting me on this. I've been a little bit silent. We've had a whole bunch of things going on, school holidays and mom's coming to visit from over 1,000 miles away. So yeah, it's been a busy time, but thanks so much for inviting me to share my story. I got involved with LifeWave on the 3rd of Feb. Sandy actually contacted me and said, look, this is something that you have to look at. And I thought, well, it couldn't hurt coming from Sandy because I trust her with my life. So when she said, stick this patch on, that's the first thing I did. And I thought, oh, well, let's see what happens. Okay, so I stuck the first patch on and, I just kept putting patches on. And about 6 weeks in, she said to me, P, how are you feeling? And I said, well, I don't know. I still feel more or less the same. And she said, listen, how are those migraines of yours? And I said, actually, to be honest, I can't remember having had one in the last 6 weeks. And only then did I realize I'd been patching and I had not had a single migraine for 6 weeks. Only to realize after that I'd also had no period pain for 6 weeks. So which was actually quite strange, very phenomenal for me because that was a big deal in my life. And then I thought, well, I heard everyone's stories on LifeWave and I kind of thought, well, I'd like to have a great story, you know, headaches, period pain. It's not exactly a great testimonial. And I kept thinking to myself, well, you know, I really need a great story. I would have liked to have a great story. Needless to say, it wasn't long after that. Our canine narcotics dog had a bad day, or I don't know, maybe I just upset it. And he flew into me, bit me really badly. And pack mentality. The other canines that were around him, when I started yelling for help, they also flew into me. So, needless to say, it was quite a bad day for me. But yeah, if it wasn't for LifeWave, I don't know whether I'd be sitting here. I had no rabies injection. I did not go to the doctor. I was supposed to get stitches. I didn't get stitches. I was bitten on my abdomen, on both legs. I had 5 bites in total. And yeah, 16 days later, wounds were healed. I have got literally 4 little scars of where the bites went in. I did not have any infection. I didn't have anything at all. 16 days later, fully healed, no muscle pain, no nothing. So yes, I wanted a phenomenal story, and I definitely got one. Um, so I'm really thankful. I've had bronchitis in all of this. Literally 3 days of patching with X39 and glutathione over the bronchitis. My kids get sick. I stick on a glutathione. I stick on an X39, and it's a couple of days later, and they're perfectly fine. My partner has a backache. I say, come here, I'll fix it. And we stick on an ice wave and an X39, and a couple of minutes later, oh, sorry, here's my baby coming to say hi, wanting to know who mom's speaking to. But honestly, if it wasn't for LifeWave, life has changed so immensely. I can't even tell you what it's like to be able to just sit and think clearly and not have this pounding headache, to be able to know that I heal phenomenally. I don't really even need a doctor. It's just, this has been a blessing, 110%. Thank you, LifeWave.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very, very much for joining us this evening. I couldn't be more excited to be presenting on LifeWave's stem cell reactivation technology. And I'm presenting this evening from the Dolphin Coast in Ballito in South Africa. I know that we have many guests with us from around the world this evening, so it really is a privilege to be sharing this life-changing technology with you. I would love to just tell you a little bit about my own story before we jump into the presentation. And I came to be introduced to LifeWave's X39 through a running injury. I've actually been a runner for most of my life. I've been running for 40 years and fortunate enough never to pick up a running injury. But last year in April, I tore my Achilles tendon and it was extremely painful. It's really occurred probably as the result of doing a little too much too soon, because I had run a number of ultra marathons, and I had run Comrades last year and the London Marathon, and then 2 Oceans in the April, and it was at 18 kilometers on the 2 Oceans that my Achilles just went. And I have to say it was really excruciating. I pulled off to the side at 18 Ks and I wasn't able to lower my heel. I spent most of last year having physiotherapy, biokinetics treatment, and eventually I had surgery in October to open up the fascia, take the vascularity away from the Achilles, and everything was helping a lot, but nothing had me running pain-free again. And in December of last year, I met a lady named Robin who presented me with one of the X39 patches, and LifeWave's X39 patch actually changed my life. I was presented with what looked like a little sticker, and the patch itself was easily just able to be peeled off the back and applied directly to my Achilles. I wore this little patch overnight, and I woke up the next morning able to actually press on the Achilles tendon with absolutely no pain. It was remarkable. It was the first time last year that I had no pain in the Achilles, and I continued wearing the patches for the course of a week. I wanted to wear them for 7 days and just see whether I would be able to get back to my running again. And within 2 days, 48 hours later, I was actually able to run. I was actually able to walk with the heel completely flat. And 7 days later, I was able to run my normal running route again, even rebounding, which is bouncing on a mini trampoline with no pain in the Achilles. And I just found it remarkable that I had gone through a year of agony and so much intervention and treatment with no relief, only to find that within 7 days, the patches had worked their magic. So I really cannot wait to tell you a little bit about the science of this technology, and I'm going to jump into our presentation this evening, if you'll give me a moment just to share my slides. If one of you can just give me a thumbs up if you're able to see the slide presentation nice and clearly. There we go. All right. So stem cell reactivation technology in the form of a wearable skin patch sounds like a little bit of a mouthful, but it really is your body's own light that activates this amazing process. We are emitting infrared light at all times. Our body's heat and light is actually radiated against the organic nanocrystals embedded in the patch, and our light is reflected back into the body's tissue to activate a copper peptide. Our GHK-Cu copper peptide has been clinically proven to reactivate our body's own stem cells. Now, the significance of stem cells really can't be overemphasized, because in utero, we are a flood of stem cells, all rapidly dividing and differentiating themselves to become all of the different cells of the body: heart cells, lung cells, brain cells, etc. And our body's stem cells actually become increasingly dormant as we age. And this technology is actually able to reactivate the body's own stem cells. So I'd love to play just a short video that explains the science, and then we'll jump into the presentation.
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. LifeWave's phototherapy patches use light to stimulate the body's natural healing systems, providing specific health benefits. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared light emitted from the body is reflected back into the tissue. This stimulates the skin, which in turn stimulates specific regions of the brain. The brain then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy and the ability to heal itself.
So the key word in that video is phototherapy, because these little patches are totally different to a nicotine patch or a hormone patch, for example, where something is being transmitted into the body. The patches themselves are completely non-invasive and non-transdermal. So nothing is entering the body from the patch itself. Your body's own heat and light is being reflected against the nanocrystals in the patch, which are in turn reflecting that light back into the tissue, resulting in this incredible scientific breakthrough where the GHK-Cu copper peptide in the body is activated and clinically proven to reactivate our body's own stem cells for healing and repair. So just before we talk a little on the science of the patches, let me just introduce you to LifeWave as a company, a 20-year-old company established in 2004 and opened in 80 37 countries around the world. Fairly recently to South Africa, just over 2 years ago, and we couldn't be more excited to have this technology to share with the world. The X39 was actually only launched onto the market in 2019, and the reason for that is because it took an extensive period for the patent to be granted on this particular product. More about that in just a moment, but as you know, once this product launched onto the market, the world went into COVID in 2020. And in 2021, as we were all emerging out of the COVID pandemic, LifeWave was doing a turnover of $20 million. In 2022, just 12 months later, that turnover had skyrocketed to $321 million. And last year, the turnover trajectory continued to climb to $430 million. This year, a projected turnover of $1 billion is anticipated by 2025. Now, this is an indication of the uptake for stem cell reactivation technology around the world. And I'd love to introduce you to our founder and CEO, David Schmidt, who is also the inventor and the scientist behind X39. David has a speciality in age reversal, and it was in 2008 that David focused his attention on stem cell research, understanding that stem cells are the key to age reversal. Now, David holds 2 honorary doctorates and a number of accolades through the International Hall of Fame for his inventions. And the company to date holds not 5 or 6 or 7 patents, but over 180 patents on this incredible technology. And you know that a company cannot be granted a patent unless your product actually does what you say it does. So the patent for the X39 took 10 years to be granted at a cost of over $4.5 million to bring to market. But now that we actually have that patent in hand, let's take a look at what it actually says. As a result of elevating the body's copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, we are seeing improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements in stamina, elevation of collagen production, and improved wound healing. Now, I have experienced all of these benefits subsequent to starting on the patches. And the fact that this patent has been granted to LifeWave places the company into a no competition space. No other company is able to launch stem cell reactivation technology onto the market in the form of a wearable skin patch. Now, if we take a look at the New England Journal of Medicine, it clearly states that our #1 indicator of wellness is directly correlated to the number of adult stem cells in the bloodstream. Now, stem cells are those unique cells with the potential to differentiate themselves and develop into any kind of cell needed in the body. So they have an amazing ability to heal and repair any organ or tissue. And this is what I experienced with my Achilles tendon, where there was healing and repair work needed. That is where the stem cells went to work. But the very sad fact is that as we are aging, our body's own stem cells are becoming increasingly dormant in the body. So the fewer stem cells we have, the faster we age and the slower we heal. As a teenager, we have over 1 billion active stem cells in the bloodstream. But by the age of 30, that number has dropped to 400 million. It's a 60% reduction. And by the time we're at the age of 60, that number has dropped to 100 million, a 90% reduction. So it really starts to make sense that as we're aging, we are seeing the skin losing its firmness. We're seeing hair loss. We're seeing joint pain, slow recovery from injury, slow recovery from exercise. It's all attributable to the diminishing number of stem cells in the body and the body's ability to heal itself. But now we have a piece of technology that is being called the holy grail of anti-aging. The X39, through this process of our GHK-Cu copper peptide being activated and in turn activating our body's own stem cells, we are able to assist the body to heal and repair itself. So the patch containing the nanocrystals, it's nothing more than a crystal lattice of amino acids, salts, and sugars formulated to reflect the body's own light back into the tissue. It sticks to the body with a 3M medical grade adhesive, but you could use the patch as effectively on the outside of your clothing, or even simply hold it in your hand for that activation to take place, because the body's infrared light is able to radiate through your clothing or just into your hand if you were holding it. So the importance is that the patch is non-invasive and non-transdermal. Nothing is entering the body from the patch itself. So it is most certainly not a drug that's entering the body in any way. What happens when we activate our stem cells is truly remarkable. First of all, rapid pain relief, and that was my experience overnight. Then reduced inflammation, not only in the joints and in the muscles of the body, but also in the brain. We see much improved wound healing as well as improved skin appearance, both directly attributable to the increased collagen production in the body. You'll remember many years ago when collagen was launched onto the market, we were all ingesting collagen orally, stirring it into our tea and coffee in a powdered form, either bovine sourced or marine sourced collagen usually. But here we have the opportunity to stimulate our body's own collagen production far more effectively for wonderful benefits to the skin, to the hair, to the joints, etc. Energy and vitality is next level with this technology. You saw the way in which it engages with the brain and mental clarity is experienced. And as an athlete, I could not wait to introduce other marathon runners to this amazing piece of technology for enhancement of sports performance. We had a number of runners this year, running Comrades, wearing LifeWaves technology. And Comrades is a 90-kilometer ultra marathon in South Africa between Durban and Pietermaritzburg. And the athletes who were running with the patches, many reported their personal best times. We had athletes winning the age categories with this technology. So not only is it an enhancement to sports performance, but also much faster recovery from exercise. You will have seen in the recent Paris Olympics on TV, a number of the athletes actually wearing LifeWaves technology on their bodies, which I'll show you in just a moment as well. Now, how we wear the X39 is important because we wear the patch for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. You don't want to wear the patches for 24 hours because we want to prevent attenuation, where the body simply becomes accustomed to the stimulus. We really want to ramp up stem cell activity and then give the body 12 hours off for repair and rejuvenation. So after your 12 hours, you would typically throw the patch away and put a new patch on the next day and repeat for 12 hours. You can wear as many patches as you wish to on the body. I've only ever worn one X39 and it's been more than sufficient to give me incredible results. But very important to drink lots of water to assist with communicating the frequencies throughout the tissues. And you can wear the patch either directly behind the neck or 2 fingers below the belly button. But you could also wear the patch anywhere on the body where you are experiencing pain. If you had a sore shoulder or a sore hip or a sore ankle, you could apply the patch to the point of pain on the body. What are the long-term results of using X39? This couldn't be more exciting, because in the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset themselves. And within just 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. So we see decreased symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, and depression. Within 3 months, our collagen production is significantly increased. So we see a decrease in wrinkles, we see hair growth increasing, and the structural integrity of our muscular and skeletal systems is significantly improved. Now, within 6 months, and this is remarkable, the heart actually reverses in age. David Schmidt, who we saw a moment ago, is in his 60s, and his heart has been clinically proven to be that of a 35-year-old. So in a recent study, 14 out of 15 people actually lowered their vascular age by an average 8 years within just 6 months of wearing the technology. So David Schmidt himself says this is not anti-aging. This is age reversal technology that we have in our hands. And David recommends a 90-day protocol as an absolute minimum, with an additional month for every decade of your age. So if you were in your 40s, you would want to wear the patches for at least 4 months. In your 50s, for at least 5 months, to achieve optimal stem cell activity in the bloodstream. I'm in my 50s, and I can tell you that after 5 months, I had just seen one improvement after the next, but it got better and better the longer I was on the patches. So I'll share some of the testimonies with you in just a moment, but what is important is to give your body a minimum of 90 days on the technology. This is a recommendation, but we've seen many people with results sometimes in just a couple of seconds, sometimes in a few minutes, sometimes in a few days. One of our gentlemen, Warren, came to a presentation of mine in extreme pain. He came in using a walker. He sat down in the front row of the presentation, and after patching him with the X39, he had suffered a gunshot wound through the hip, incredible agony for 4 years. And after patching for just 1 hour, he stood up, and I reached for the walker, not wanting him to fall. And he actually said he was out of pain. To this day, Warren continues to be out of pain. He is elated with the patches, and he's able to resume all of his rock climbing activities and sports that he was enjoying prior to this tragedy that affected his life so badly. So it's a joy journey to see the results that can happen very quickly. One of our ladies with a migraine, patching her at our presentation, within 7 minutes her migraine had completely dissipated. So what's important is to remember that everyone's body is unique and different, and will respond in a different way and in a different time frame to the technology. Drinking lots of water is very important. Now, let's take a look at this topographical map of a 77-year-old woman where the X39 was placed at the back of her neck. You can see in session 1, no X39 was used here, and the redness indicates inflammation here. So this is thermoimaging, and you can see the color of the redness here, showing very little stem cell activity, a complete lack of brain coherence. And within just 3 weeks of wearing X39, we are seeing no more inflammation on the brain. So much improved brain coherence. And within 6 weeks, we are seeing a complete turnaround to that brain. Much improved stem cell activity, much better brain coherence, and no sign of inflammation. So as we're aging, the stem cells in our organs, including our brain, our heart, our liver, our lungs, our kidneys, and even our skin, are going dormant. And here we have a piece of technology that's actually able to reactivate those dormant stem cells. This slide shows inflammation reduction in just 30 minutes of wearing X39. This gentleman suffering from inflammation in the trapezius muscles at the back of the shoulders and the rectus abdominis down his tummy, 30 minutes of patching, and you can see the way in which that inflammation had reduced. This lady suffering from arthritis in the joint between her thumb and fingers, 30 minutes after just holding an X39 patch in each hand, look at the way in which that inflammation had reduced in the joint. So I even wondered if this might be the placebo effect, where we're feeling better because we're wearing a patch on the place that's sore. But when you see the results on animals, it is truly remarkable. This horse with inflammation in the shoulder joint to the advanced stages of purple and white, after a course of patching, not only had the inflammation subsided so significantly, but his appearance and coat was significantly improved. Instead of throwing my used patches away after wearing them for 12 hours, I started to put them onto the collar of our Labrador. We have a 14-year-old Labby full of joint pain and stiffness. And with the patches, my used patches, mind you, sticky taped onto his collar each day, he within 4 days was running around like a puppy. I couldn't believe the improvement in his mobility. So I want to share this little video of another doggy named Popla, belonging to one of our LifeWave team members named Kurti. Now, Kurti's little dachshund actually lost mobility in her hindquarters. You can see here that she's pulling herself along with her front legs. Very distressing to see that she was completely unresponsive to any kind of veterinary intervention or medical treatment. 4 days of patching with the X39, and she had her mobility back to beautiful. Just look at the way in which she's moving around. She's not perfect. She still jumps with her 2 back legs together, but there she is. Kurti has 5 dachshunds, and it's a joy to see the way in which her mobility was restored. These slides show the improvement to the skin as a result of increased collagen production. Now you can see with X39 over a course of a year, the incredible difference that it makes to fine lines under the eyes, improved in 42 days, but no trace of those lines after a year of treatment. Significant improvement to the skin on the neck, around the mouth, crow's feet around the eyes, lightening and brightening of pigmentation, softening of lines around the mouth, firming of skin on the neck. Even here, a strong downturn to the mouth, beautifully softened in 30 days and unrecognizable in 5 months. Lovely results for pigmentation and for the rejuvenation of the skin in firmness and appearance. We also see wonderful results for vitiligo, where there's loss of pigment here on the forehead and under the eyes. This gentleman, after patching for just 3 months, you can see the way in which that pigment has restored itself. So vitiligo, difficult to treat, and yet here a complete reversal of the condition with X39. I've personally witnessed this several times now with people patching for a couple of months, and a remarkable result for vitiligo. There we have a deep cut with stitches healed within 12 days with the X39. Psoriasis, the redness, itching and irritation on the skin, beautifully eliminated within just 10 days of patching. I've seen this with my own dad because I couldn't wait to patch him with a patch called Ice Wave, which is specifically for pain. My dad has suffered from knee pain for many years, and Ice Wave is a duo patch which we wear on either side of the knee joint or the shoulder joint or the hip joint for pain, and it can be used anywhere on the body, in fact. But after patching with Ice Wave, my dad stood up from the chair, he took a couple of steps, and he said the pain was gone. I couldn't believe that it was that quick. But in addition to the Ice Wave, I also gave him an X39 patch, which he wore on the back of his neck, and continued wearing X39 for a month thereafter. And within 3 weeks, his psoriasis had completely disappeared. He had psoriasis in the creases of the elbows and behind the knees, and within Those 3 weeks, the psoriasis had completely cleared. So very exciting results for the skin with this technology. Bell's palsy, a strong spasm to the left of the mouth, eye patch covering the eye, beautiful result in just 3 months. We also have a live blood analysis here, which shows what's happening to the cells in the blood within just 10 minutes of patching with X39. So here you can see the cells all clumped together. 10 minutes later, beautifully oxygenated blood and the cells separated and able to go to work, healing and repairing in the body. Remarkable results for the elimination of water, where we have edema and water retention, this lady elevating her feet every evening, and within just 3 weeks, we are seeing a remarkable result. This gentleman suffering from very poor blood circulation, patching with the X39 on his foot within just 5 days. Look at the improvement to the vascularity of that foot and the improved blood circulation. Wonderful results for wound healing, again attributable to the increased collagen production in the body. Here we have open wounds, weeping wounds healed within 21 days. And this gentleman bottom left is actually wearing 3 X39 patches on his face, treating the wound to the left of his eye. But take a look at his skin and the way in which the skin is so rejuvenated within just 7 weeks. Here we have a young guy with cuts and bruises to the face, healed within 5 days of patching. He's left with a small scab under the nose. And this young guy actually cut his finger off in the door. Terrible to see the way in which the tip had already blackened, and the surgeons didn't hold out much hope, but attached the tip surgically, and within 21 days of patching, beautiful vascularity restored to the fingertip. So amazing wound healing with X39. We also see remarkable results for hair growth, and this gentleman going from bald on top to a full head of hair within just 3 months, and significant improvements here within 7 weeks and 6 weeks on X39. Now, I want to just talk a little bit about athletes on the patches, because this is so exciting. If you look at this picture of David Beckham, he is wearing Energy Enhancer, LifeWave's very first patch to come to market across his chest. Now, this was before David Beckham even had his tattoos, so this is going way, way back. Energy Enhancer is a patch which increases your energy through fat burning and improves endurance in competitive sport. So Serena Williams is also wearing Energy Enhancer on her wrist. You can see the Wimbledon logo in the background. That was when she actually won Wimbledon. So we just didn't know what those patches were at the time, but they have been used to wonderful effect and wonderful results by professional athletes. Lorenzo Savadori is a superbike champion, and he's wearing X39 on his forehead to improve his brain response, traveling at speeds of 300 kilometers per hour. So really incredible to see the way in which the technology is being used by these sports professionals. But I want to just turn your attention to this slide of Michael Phelps and the US swim team winning gold at the Athens Olympic Games. Now, that was way back in 2004 when the swimmers actually emerged from the pool at the Athens Olympics. Their performance had shot the lights out, and it was evident that they were wearing Energy Enhancer patches across their bellies. Now, the Olympic Committee spotted the patches and immediately suspended their gold medals and said they would need to test for drugs. Something must be entering the body from the patches. So the patches were actually confiscated and dispatched off to the UCLA microanalytical lab for drug testing. And it came back to confirm that nothing is entering the body from the patches themselves. These patches are perfectly safe to use in competitive sport because this is pure frequencies. And so the swimmers' gold medals stand, their performance had shot the lights out, and everyone around the world was inundating David Schmidt with requests to be distributors for this amazing technology around the world. And I'm so grateful that right back then in 2004, the decision was made that this technology would not be promoted in the mainstream retail space. Because if this was sitting on the shelf in Walgreens or Clicks or Dis-Chem around the world, we would walk past the technology, not knowing the incredible benefit that it could have for our bodies, but also it would carry a huge markup from wholesale to retail price. And David Schmidt wants this technology to come to everyone around the world as cost effectively as possible. So the X39 has now become the foundation LifeWave patch because it is only the X39 that activates the body's own stem cells. The other supplementary patches were actually launched on the market prior to X39, treating specific concerns and targeting specific frequencies for the benefit of a number of conditions. So I'm going to just run through them very quickly. X49 actually followed X39 onto the market in a specific, with a specific focus on improving muscle mass and bone density, as well as cardiovascular health. A game changer for osteoporosis, a game changer for sports performance, as well as weight gain in the later years. If we're able to increase our muscle mass and keep our metabolisms high, we are able to prevent the onset of weight gain in the later years. A wonderful, wonderful patch for cardiovascular health, bone density, and muscle mass. IceWave, the patch that I used on my dad for his knees, treating pain in the body with absolutely no side effects. Then glutathione, a remarkable patch for repairing DNA in the body. Glutathione is the body's master antioxidant, and within just 24 hours of wearing the patches, glutathione levels are elevated by 300%. So an incredible immune booster to the body. Then we have carnosine, a remarkable patch for brain function. The entire neurological system is improved with carnosine, and we see an improvement in memory and focus, amazing for Alzheimer's, dementia patients. And as a result of lengthening the telomeres in conjunction with X39, we see remarkable results with carnosine. Eon is a patch that has become known actually as the happy patch. And the reason for that is because Eon actually reduces cortisol in the bloodstream. So reducing stress and inflammation, not only in the joints and in the muscles, but also in the brain. And then we have Silent Nights, a wonderful patch for the insomniacs on the call. If you don't sleep well at night, treat yourself to Silent Nights. This patch improves the quality of your sleep by up to 66% by increasing the body's melatonin production and regulating the quality of your sleep. Energy Enhancer, the patch we saw David Beckham wearing, increasing energy through fat burning and improving endurance in sport. SP6 Complete, a weight loss and appetite controlling patch, which actually aids in balancing the body's hormones. So wonderful for postmenopausal women suffering with hot flashes and hormone imbalances, typical weight gain. We see remarkable results with SP6, but this is for men and women to aid the digestive process, IBS, any kind of irritation to the gut and the bowel, improved significantly with SP6 Complete. And then we have Alavida, the very latest patch to come to market, launched in South Africa only in May this year. Alavida actually builds collagen in the skin, improving the quality of the skin and reducing wrinkles. So these wonderful supplementary patches are available for specific concerns as an enhancement to.
So guys, you can see this is the power of LifeWave X39. It reactivates your own stem cells, like you can see on the side behind me. And all thanks to our CEO and scientist of the company, the owner and the scientist, David Schmidt is his name, a man that was sent to us from above. So guys, I'll be your distributor. As you can see, you saw this on this video, and below you've got my YouTube link, you got BitChute, you got Rumble link, you got LinkedIn, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, and I'm on WhatsApp with the numbers there, and Telegram, the numbers there, and on my email, it's also on the slide at the end. So guys, it's a no-brainer. This is a medical patch. Let us help you. Don't hesitate. Whatever, if somebody gets diagnosed, don't wait for months and that, because I've lost a couple of people that we got to too late, and the body didn't have enough time to fight all the diseases and issues. Guys, let's help the people out there to be pain-free, not suffering, and to live a younger and healthier life. Guys, Johnny here, signing out from Johannesburg, South Africa, and I'm hoping to hear from you very soon, and I'll drop you the testimonials on the issues that your family member, friends or loved ones are having. So it's a no-brainer. Let's go for it, guys. Let's hit that billion target to sign up people and put them on this medical patch so that they can send us their testimonials of what it's done for them and their family. Thanks a lot for being watching the video right to the end, and hope to see you next Saturday when I launch the next testimonial of the week. Remember, subscribe to get your testimonial of the week free. Every week it'll come automatically, and it'll come free to you. You can watch it and share it to your family member and friends. Guys, enjoy your year, have a prosperous holidays, and we'll see you again on the next testimonial. Thank you, and nice being here. Cheers.